Master. Play police who make on you, I can't ask Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the biggie, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to serve. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nimba to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat to San to Backwater, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
The country is so polarized that you have the country cannot move. The country is held hostage by politics. The death of patriotism has held this country hostage. In any normal society, after election, people pick up that political cap and they come together as a people to move the country forward. But it's as if the only way people feel that they can possess power in this place is to obstruct the other person from not moving forward. What do you think will kill the country? It will not move anywhere. No, I'm not a politician, I'm a law enforcer, but if we do not unite as Liberians and push this country forward, make our individual, you can disagree politically. But as a Liberian, do something positive for this country. Apart from just sitting there and just, look, the most comfortable seat is the critic seat. And people just comfortably sit in their job, they don't write shit. But by the time you put something on the right to criticize, that what you want to do. You take any action you want to criticize it, even the right action, you will find a way to turn it and make it wrong. We don't move power. Look, if we continue to do the same thing that we did yesterday and expect different results, you know how to call it? Thank you. 50% polling backwards, 50% polling sour. Where are we going? Nowhere. Let us unite as Liberians.
So indeed, what a way to say the pleasant good evening to all of you out there, channel listeners. Let me see. Yes, indeed, what's going on? Okay, good. So we were able to settle all of our technical glitches, or actually may call it. You know, sometimes we have the gadgets, the setting behind the scene. But again, it's good, folks, to be back. I think you just listened to the RG, that is the Inspector of Police, Colonel Gregory Comer, talking about the division, the politics, 50% for, 50% against. Well, now, I like the way these things are going. When you talk, some people want to say, but again, welcome. Today is Tuesday, having to be the 10th of June. The 6th month and the year remain the same, 2025. So please, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining us, the rest of the team will be here this evening. I'm expecting Monk to be with us. But Aliu Masali will also be here with us. The tough talking, I don't know how come Aliu now becoming like the tough talking, and some of the people they running behind Aliu from battle. You with your Don't waste your time. If you want to run behind people, run behind the government official to do the right thing. That's it. And you won't talk the way you're talking. But I feel frustrated. So some of you who are always in the habit of just you want to correct people, but you're afraid to correct your own government. The government official they block you on the class reload. Some of you didn't even know. Yeah, we open the conduit. Let me just say, when we come there, some of us will not want to be seeing the kind of BB things because we are our people following. Some of our people from the Palm 1 tree, from the village, from the bush, they follow this broadcast. And they know some of all where we come from. Let me tell some of you, we'll not say this thing now. Because what we saw yesterday pertaining to some of the happening, we will talk. But that will be later on. But again, folks, let's share the show. Those of you who just joining, let me see our best. So whenever you see Aliu, Steve Bully, Mose, Mr. Cunning, and the rest of us, some of us, sometimes we thought the way we want to, maybe sometimes the way we talk. Because if we are alive and these kind of things happening the way things are going, and we don't talk, our children tomorrow will be asking us questions. Dad, Mom, where were you when this thing was happening? What was your contribution? They won't know. Even you die, God forbid, excuse you die, your Facebook account stay there. They will check your Facebook account. They will know what you post. They will know what your kind of comment, the way you proceed, what you do or what you did, everything. They will know everything. That's the only beauty of life. The only thing they can carry with you when you die is your own Facebook account. Some of you today, learn this thing today. When you die, you will not carry nothing with you. Nothing. Including your Facebook account. So people will check. They will check for your name and see some of your contribution during those days, especially when things were going. And for example, the way Senator Davos did not say that they created jobs and the executive gave the jobs to foreign people. Ain't they gonna think? Oh man, you're telling your people, no, you'll be at. That show today will be at. You're sending the video. Some of you hear me. Not mad them. They will insult us. They will say what they want to say. They will accuse us. Oh, neighbor, you did it. Oh, you supported this person. No problem. No, moving forward anymore, any kind of way you want to put me, well, no problem. The only thing I want you to do is do the right thing for Liberian people. That's all. Because as we speak, we're not into no political happening. There are no elections. Elections far 2029. Why are you getting angry? Why are you thinking that something is not right? I don't even get it. And then go to the police RG. And just clarify everything. In fact, clarify some of our doubt. Because some of you think that when we come here, that politics or we come here for elections. No. It is your right to vote for John Brown, Peter Paul, or Ma Annie. I'm not going to do with you. The only thing there is that when the rain fall, it fall on the good and the bad people. That's the only difference. So you can vote for anybody of your choice. That's right. Nobody went behind you to know who you're going to vote for, who you're going to support. It's your business. But guess what? After voting for that person or that individual, it is the right of the Liberian people to say the good and the bad. Well, let me see. I think Brother Aliu is here. Yes, indeed. Aliu, my brother, what you don't want to show your face, my man, you are now becoming one of the top talking, and the people are now recommending it. But I think you keep Aliu on the show. I say, yeah, you won't bring trouble on the show here. But again, my dear brother, good evening, and what's up? How everything?
Oh, Mabel, can you hear me?
Yes, indeed, I'm getting you, Aliu. Go ahead.
Just giving the next 3 minutes I will join you there. I'm doing something quickly, please.
All right, wonderful. Also seeing Sheikh Sherry beyond the same. I don't know whether you read it, but again, folks, if you just joining us, this is the Sktv show, the Tuesday edition. Don't get angry with individual. Get angry with the system. Let's share the show, people. Today it's about politics and the people and politics that we're going through. Nothing else. You insult people, You want to cost no, the country interesting. You will cost me, you cost the other person, you costing people back to back. So today is about politics and people. Because I think you saw what happened today at the Supreme Court. We will play all of these videos and talk about some of the happening there for the Supreme Court. Today, the alleged lawmakers that were accused, today they were able today to go at the Supreme Court for the first day hearing as to what's going to happen, what all of the evidence and so forth that government maybe quote unquote have against them. So today they were seeing that today. So we will all go to some of these things, look at the politics and people and politics, the way we do politics. Are we moving forward or are we moving backward? Because if you see your life, the politicians, they play on your life. See one other 60 years old man saying in youth. You see, look, oh God. Well, look, let's share the show, my people. Yeah. You let's share the show, please. Man, you not waste our time here. Look, I will even profile that man. I will bring his photo. 60 years old man is youth. That's how the politicians treat us back home. And we like it though. So that one, but our politics, they will like it. We swim with them. In fact, we dance with them. We praise them. We also, in fact, even gave them a war. Man, to be example, the religious people, they gave them a war. So we gave these people a war for treating us the way they want to treat us. Please send me Senator Dava's dinner video today in session. I tried to send the video to my file, it's not going through. I saw the video, but try to send it to my file, it was not going through. Where the man said they gave job. In fact, they create jobs. But the executive, headed by President Joseph Yema Bwaka, gave the jobs out to foreign people. Look, oh God, brother. Anyway, let me speak to a few of my people, man. Tavius Bachu, good evening. Yumutu Asadu Mensa, good evening. Good day. Sebastian William, yes, indeed, my dear brother, good evening. Ali Dosso, good evening. Robert Fasulu Jackley, good evening. James David Ayesha, good evening. Asata O. Dawson, good evening. And Tewude Josephine Dix Do. Oh, they are do people, they got Wahala. Oh, no. Anyway, see there, Shatimo Itmon. Good evening, my dear brother. Our team, yes, indeed. Orita Zine, good evening. And folks, keep sharing the show. We want to hit 500. I think we're in 400 plus now. Please, let's share the show. Let me see myself. I'm sharing the show. Thank you. We have so many things to talk about. Well, please send me Senator Dawa Didon today's session. Everything we're talking about today is politics and people and politics. Politics, the people can say, is interest. Senator Dawa Didon said they create jobs for Liberians. But every time the executive will take the jobs and give it to foreign people. And let me say, Edo, yeah, man, the man was blasting. He was standing up. Oh, God, follow the country of mine. What? Alela, bro. Don't deport me. Yeah, any issue with me, please. Yeah, man, but I don't think I do some of. So, people, we yeah. Yeah, you please send me the video, man. Sylvester. Yeah, man, people, yeah, man. I want the video. See, I want to play the video so I can see it too. Myself, I don't want to say they say. Because when we come here, the people can be insulting us. Even when we post, they insult us. Anything we do, they people insult us. Until the only time that they will not insult us, when we say Joseph Boaka is the best president since 1847, then all our insults finish. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Where children are sitting on the floor. People are making $90 US per month. 75. People are making 5,000 USD. But other people are making $90, $80, $100. You want me to come here, baby, waste all of my time and energy? I will believe in the workforce, in the labor system. I mean, to come here and say, the government is trying, the government is the best, the government is, all of them is the same. So don't waste our time here. We'll come here. In fact, the gasoline price has already increased to another 4%. Let me tell some of you. So don't fight any motorcyclist. Don't fight them. Pay your money. Pay your money. Anyway, you vote for. What you want to fight? pay the money to the motorcyclists. When they charge you, you pay. We live in a society where the motorcyclists, they control us. They will charge you any amount they want to charge you. And we think that it's normal. You defending. What are you defending? Are you defending your poverty, or you are defending? I don't want to use some of the adjectives that some of my colleagues can use. But are you defending what? What really are you defending? Are you defending Patreon Honor Generator receiving almost 3,000 USD per month? What are you really defending? Look, sometimes moving forward, let me be frank. Some of my friends, some of you will post. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my brother sent me the video. Let me go there quick. I want the video to play that's the problem. So let me see that video quickly. Okay, I think Shaq is here already. No need to waste. Oh, Shaq, my brother, look at all my memories. Family stuff already been the same. Shaq, Sherry, my good friend and brother. Good evening. How is Nimba? I don't know which part of Nimba. What is that? Sktv-Lib, right?
Yeah, Sktv-Lib.
Okay.
Yeah, Nimba is good. Nimba is relatively kind, and we are here in Sktv-Lib. Everything is good. As you might be aware that today is the final examination for the students all around the country, and they are going about celebrating with their parents in their various homes, their various schools. No matter way by you used to see the parents taking food on the campus on the last days of the WAEC. At the time we were taking WAEC, and this is WAS now. So similar thing continue today in Sktv-Lib and other part of Nimba County. The parents are going on the campuses with motorcycle, with vehicle, escorting their kids back home, telling them thank you in the other way, cooking food, giving it to them to have their meal, and then sharing with our friends. And besides that, again, the press conference being held by Nimba County Senator Senator Nyan Twain concerning this Aslam Meta's second phase agreement that is not going to be a bread and butter thing that the Nimba County Legislative Caucus chair, I will say, me and I are supposed to be on top of it, warning Aslam Meta strongly concerning the affected community, because he lives in the affected community, district number 8, but he doesn't care about it. But he said I was quoting some of the lies from Aslam Meta and other, hierarchies in the organization. So according to him, he's not going to, stand and lead his people out. It's not going to be a party-based thing, because more people are expecting to do the party issue, like, wrapping around the unity party to fake the citizen in Nimba County, the concentrator that they brought down there, the second phase of the agreement is in the mouth of the citizen of Nimba County. More are saying that they should check the agreement properly before any agreement goes on. So they decide to bring the concentrator so they can win the minds of the citizens, the lawmakers of Nimba County, the superintendent. And the superintendent already going about that. Aslam Meta were dead for us right after the war 2005 they came. So they should have sympathy on and all those things. So the citizens are saying they're not listening to it. So the citizens are very happy about the press conference I was here today by, I will say, that Nyan Twain, the senator, and they gave the opposite view on the radio.
Sheikh, Sared, you are saying something too interesting, but you said that someone was trying to quench the chest of our people, maybe by saying that Asila been around for a little time and let them pardon Asila. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you listen to the statement from the superintendent of Nimba County, Manako, Mia Pergono, if you listen to a statement, if you just go and read a statement, you will hear that Aslam Meta, they've been here since 2005 after the war. They trust our country. They came here. They invested in this country. So, one way or the other, they partner to us. So, in this agreement, we should be able to consider them. In your statement, but that doesn't sound well in the ears of the masses, especially in that meeting that day. The people were expected to get the opposite view, because one of the issues the people went down there for was not to have the ribbon being caught for that concentrators issue. It was they think that the second agreement meeting, that was going to be the first meeting for them, to have the opposite view concerning the issue of Aslam Meta. How are they suffering? The affected community. But one of the disappointment in recent time, it was how can the legislative caucus chairperson or say, man, I come from district number 8, and he doesn't say anything concerning what is happening in the concession area. You remember the youth and the student were protesting, ArcelorMittal no longer need you. But on the other side, the protest on one side because the superintendent in collaboration with the ArcelorMittal team and that of the Nimba County Legislative Caucus, like they were having sympathy on the ML family because what we hear them talking to the student at the superintendent compound that very day, they were in an angry tune, a very, very angry tune. Why you guys went to hear the protest? You see the president coming in the country, then you hear the protest. I seen you're believing or you know Jeremiah Kun came from this country, and the president coming in our country, that I own a president there too, and Jeremiah Kun is our own president. Why would the vice president and the president be coming there hosting protest? The protest was not timely. They said the protest was not timely, but for the student and the youth, they said the protest was timely. But one of the things that if you saw the barricade of those guys, right at the entering there from entering the ArcelorMittal concession area where they have the meeting that very day is because quote unquote the issue of $2,000 allegedly, but they confirmed that yes, they received $2,000 for not protesting against them when the president was coming. And this is the argument in the country now. As a youth, how can you be protesting that you don't need the people in the country, then they want to bribe you with $2,000 overnight? You know, you receive the money. And somebody at Korea testifying that, yeah, we received the money, we received $2,000, we used it to pay our Korea to come and protest. Maybe you know on our law, that's robbery. Something that you will not do for somebody when you take money from them, especially where you say you're there as a youth, you want to stand for people, then when you take money from the company, you know, and overnight, then daybreak you went on the other wise. So the company decided to barricade them that very day. You saw them standing outside for long. They didn't have the chance to enter to even speak to the president to give that plan until the petition of the guys were given to the superintendent company. That's where the superintendent blasted at them as to, because she already know the whole deal that went on, and they had testified. Even the man who staged the protest, Prince Duma, he posted on a page that yes, we received $2,000 the eve before the protest. ArcelorMittal told to not go protest, but we'll use the money, we'll protest, we'll pay our police way. So ArcelorMittal feel that yeah, we gave them money already, so we're going to barricade and they will not enter our premises until otherwise order. But this prayer release this afternoon by Nyatua and Jion, a third demand of the citizen. According to most citizens in the country, they're saying that this is how leaders are supposed to speak. Don't be there to always pocket. You know, Nyatua came from the Unity Party background, and Osemian too came from the Unity Party background. So for him, he's not putting party sentiment first. He's putting the interest of Nimba County people. According to him, if ArcelorMittal is not serious, they should pack and leave. All the things they brought, they just school those things. That's something that can loosen, and then they carry by the scene where they brought it. The school here, they can loosen it. It's not something that is built on the ground that they don't easily remove it. They can take it at any time. They take it by the home. They see where they brought it in continue. So yes, the citizens are happy in Nimba County, and the students are going about celebrating the end of that wild day today. And citizens are going about moving their normal businesses in Nimba County. But every day just school in Nimba for us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sheikh Sharif. That's so magnificent, even though we have so many questions to ask you as we move forward, because today we're talking about our topic, people and politics, despite Liberians and politics and people, what their benefit, what they're going to get. And in fact, they just nailed it, that in fact, one of the most talk about concession agreement of one of the company to be talk about is ArcelorMittal right there in Nimba County, and the people are agitating. They are talking about their benefits and so forth. What's going to happen next? So again, thank you so much. We'll ask a question, but let me welcome Ali Masale, who been behind the same, been struggling with one or two stuff in making sure that he come on the show. But Ali, are you ready?
Yes, maybe one. I'm here. Check what's up. How you guys doing?
Yes, we are fine here in Nimba County. And what about you?
I'm okay, my man. I'm doing pretty well. How's Mama Liberia Mayborn? How the city today?
Well, the city is busy from my end. Yeah, I'm trying now to have all of the video in queue so that, because we don't want people to say now. Because when you bring this thing out, people want to say what they want to say. They want to insult you. They want you to bury some of these things. Don't talk about these things. But thank God that it is BBC, and most of us already on on the BBC, and the BBC have everything live. So I think I will relay that video from the BBC. But again, we're great. Thank God for life. I don't know about you. What say you? Everything out the US, because I've been seeing a lot of flame, of fire, and coming from some part of the US. What's going on?
Yeah, my man. That's some problem there in Los Angeles. There's some protests that have been going on in Los Angeles, and on Sunday, the way the protest was looking, the president had to put the National Guard outside. And by him putting the National Guard outside, it just intensified the whole thing. Because in a state, before you put the National Guard outside, you had to get permission from the governor and other people in the state. And as we heard, he didn't get permission from them. And he put those people outside. And to put National Guard outside in America, meaning this is something that is beyond control. So that's why you see that kind of huge protest is ongoing there. But they are trying to put it under condition, and we pray everything goes well. But so far, so good. Things are relatively calm. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much, Brother Ali, for giving us some of the foreign updates as to what happened there in the U.S. Because, mind you, we have our family members, we have our relatives, we have all of our people there also on that side that you just talked about. So, again, folks, if you're just joining us, this is the SKTV show, the Tuesday edition at 26 minutes past 6. That's the time check right here in Liberia. And I know it's afternoon, morning time from your end there, but again, today is the 10th of June, the 6th month, and the year remain the same, 2024. So quickly, Ali, I don't want to play the video. Some we're talking about people and politics and people, because mind you, today mark the one of those lawmakers that was accused of the arson attack on the Capitol building. So government of Liberia now, the law of somebody will say all of the attention now is on the government of Liberia now to provide all of the evidence against these people, and the people are watching. They are also appearing in court in making sure that they are also saying that they are not the doer of the act that the government accuses them of. So quickly, let me play this video from the BBC. Then we move forward and with our discussion here on the SKTV show.
Establishment has been rocked by a dramatic series of events. Former Speaker of Parliament Jonathan Fonati Kofa is facing multiple criminal charges, including arson and attempted murder, over a devastating fire that gutted the country's legislative chambers late last year. The huge blaze broke out at the Parliament building a day after plans to remove Kofa as Speaker sparked protests in the capital, Monrovia. The fire was initially believed to be accidental, but investigators now say it was a deliberate act of sabotage that led to damages of more than $8.5 million, with several other lawmakers also facing charges. Authorities say Kofa used his office and staff to coordinate sabotage efforts weeks before the fire, accusing him of strategic involvement in what police now describe as a deliberate act of arson. The former speaker and 3 other members of parliament have been released from prison after paying a combined bond of $440,000, but they cannot travel outside the country until the case is concluded. They deny any wrongdoing and blame the local police, according to local media reports, for what they describe as politically motivated investigation and prosecution. Well, earlier I spoke to Moses Koli Gaziahu, a Liberian journalist who's been following this matter, and this is what he told me.
We got here to a very strenuous and a prolonged crisis. Crisis ensued. Few members of the House of Representatives, 42 of them, declared a vote of no confidence in their Speaker, Jonathan Fonati Kofa, and asked him to resign his position. And they said he was never going to be their presiding officer. And Speaker Kofa challenged their decision and said they needed to have gone to chambers and present their petition before him as presiding officer of the House of Representatives so that they can be adjudicated. If need be, he will be removed or will step aside. But the majority bloc of the House, remember there are 73 members in the House of Representatives, they said they will not be governed by Representative Kofa at that point. So they went ahead and elected a new speaker, which was also controversial. So Speaker Kofa went to the Supreme Court. At first, there was a ruling that came through where the Supreme Court termed their actions as ultra-virus, which means anything done outside of the Constitution was not illegal. But the majority bloc still went ahead and continued business. But when the action took place on December 18th at the House of Representatives, police started to ask questions. They invited Speaker Kufa and some members of the House of Representatives, most especially those from the minority bloc, to ask them about statements they made in the public.
How have he or his legal team responded to these charges?
When he was billed yesterday to a rising welcome of opposition supporters, in fact, former President George Weah was here alongside opposition leader Alexander Cummings, also from the ANC. Were here to receive Speaker Kufa in solidarity. They visited him and his colleagues on Sunday at the Monrovia Central Prison. Then they escorted him to the party headquarters. And speaking to reporters, Speaker Kufa said the charges were innuendos, and in fact, it was more political than it was. So at that point, he said they're going to appear before the court, and all of these allegations leveled against him, they're going to quash it, terminate as their business. When he was speaking to reporters.
How has this all affected the political atmosphere in Liberia?
It's been a gloomy atmosphere. There have been planned protests organized by some civil society groupings. There have been planned protests organized by some members of the opposition. I'm told they're supposed to have a protest on June 17. They're supposed to have a protest on July 17. So all of these, in the midst of it, there was a bit of tension. I know that on Sunday, there was a bit of scuffle between the chairperson of the Opposition Congress for Democratic Change, Janga Po, and police officers. But overall, like you said, is a bit gloomy. There's been a bit of uncertain cloud over the political space with statement coming from one point to another, like four collaborating opposition political parties termed the arrest of Kufa and sleeping in jail as weaponizing the opposition by the ruling establishment.
Has President Boakai or his administration commented on the arrests and charges against the former speaker and his allies?
There have not been an official statement from the government. As it stands, it's all been legal. So we're hoping maybe in the next few days, because it's the government that is prosecuting through the Ministry of Justice. So we don't really hope to see something coming from the government, unlike the likelihood occurs where there will be tension or situation arising. But as it stands, there hasn't been any official statement from the president's office or neither the Ministry of Information, neither the police has been speaking on this matter.
I want to understand more about this combined bond of over $400,000. It seems to be an unusually high amount. Is that sort of a normal bond in Liberia's court?
The value of this case is around 8.6 million, according to what the government said, the damages there. So I think in the judge's wisdom is that 440,000, close to 500,000 will be enough to be able to cover for the four individuals.
An early update there from Moses.
Colleague, my brother Moses Gasewu, for that splendid report. So, folks, you just listen to our BBC reporter, Moses Gasewu, giving his own take on all of the happening back home. And I guess there are all of you out there too also that have been following all of the happening. You have your own take, you have your own side, and you want to think the way you want to think. But again, let me say thanks to all of you who've been following all of the activities. So the 4 lawmakers, and in fact there are 5, right? Sorry, the 5 lawmakers now they appear before the Chamber of Justice, before the court, to what? To talk about, or in fact to allow the government to show them the evidence that they have against them. So in so doing, they have to go there every time for the government to tell them that yes, indeed this is the evidence we have against you and so forth. Well, again, let me move back to my colleagues, my team member. Check quickly. What say you? With all of the latest coming from the House of Representatives, especially with the arson attack and the 4, nearly 5 lawmakers, but 4 was jailed and 1 was released on the order of of their lawyer or his or her lawyer. But then, what say you, Sheikh?
You saw the smile on the faces of this lawmaker for the first hearing today at the court compound when it came out. Just a mini interview had been done by one or two of these lawmakers, former speaker and the lawmaker of Grand County, Representative Jimmy. You listen to him, Jimmy, rather. You listen to him what he said. The guy been wasting our time, and they were there. I don't know how do other people classify Harrison when you define it, meaning maybe something that I have gone to do, and you are seeing me vis-a-vis. I'm doing it, and you take my photo, or maybe you record me. You see me doing it. Definitely, you have much proof on me. It's not where maybe you see me sitting by Mayborn, discussing with Mayborn, and then you just conclude maybe Mayborn and myself plenty click, and then maybe even you got a snap, the snap from my end. You don't read my mind. You are not there. You don't have recording though, and you don't have video. Even when you do my video, but you can't tell me what I'm doing, what I'm telling Mayborn though. So for them, according to them, they are not worried about it. But for me, we wait because the matter is still in court, Mayborn. It is in court. They are not saying anything much about it. The only thing that Liberians are somehow dissatisfied about is the way they were treated. The very day they invited them at the police headquarters, keeping them for a very long time without telling them a single independent word until 5 before trying to send them to court. At the time, the court had already been closed and taking them to the prison compound. That is the dissatisfaction about Liberians as they are expressing their intention. But for me, I respect the law and I support the rule of law. The law must take a course, and this is what we are here for. The Constitution should be respected by us as Liberians. We shouldn't violate the Constitution. And that's all. And Representative Benedict was saying that that was an abuse of power. And for sure, because if you admire your position in government and you want to subdue me because you feel like you got a higher position, taking me, you're supposed to do exactly what you're supposed to do. You didn't do it because you feel you have a lot of power. That's abuse of power that very day, on that Friday day. So yes, but we wait to see. It is in court. Though we'll elaborate some of those issues that around is political, that you listen to the police SG, that it is political, how the political case, you're not speaking on the code of the law. He was talking about politics. So the little man will understand for himself that this case has been politically undermined. It have a political honor tune by the police SG. He himself, if you just listen to him, to quoting is not difficult to quote his mind. It's in serious conversation with the executive branch, the hierarchy behind the whole thing. Most of the cases coming up, it might likely come from the police SG because from the way he speaks from his press conference as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheikh Sharif. Before we go to Ali Masale, sorry, yes, indeed, Ali Masale, John Maulo, he said, wow, some of us, why we are afraid. Yes, indeed, the lead lawyer for Representative Presidio Cooper is Councillor George Canando. He's the lead lawyer, but sometimes they have more than 2-3 lawyers. So sometimes if the people are maybe someone looking between to call who name, and some of these things sometimes I don't think there's issue. But again, let me play this video quickly before our colleague
waste of our time. And it's something that we need to talk about. Waste of our time. And it's something that we need to talk about. You can't bring a police officer who goes to the Bible for 7 different times testifying lies, saying that I am charged because I was sitting in a car. According to him, I heard conversation. I didn't report it. Is that why you waste my time? But we'll see.
Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah, it's a waste of my time. I sat in a car. According to him, I sat in a car.
Okay, waste of our time. Representative Debbie from Grand County saying that in fact it's a waste of time. But Ali Masada, what say you with all of the trending national issues coming from the entire Arson attack, maybe accusations level against some 4 to 5 lawmakers and so forth? What say you quickly? Aliu? Well, we're not getting Aliu. I don't know what happening, but it's like maybe Ali, you got to go for maybe some break and see to do some adjustment from the end. But folks, if you're just joining us, indeed, these are some of the trending national issues. Today marked the one of our lawmakers that were accused to go at the Supreme Court to give maybe to get some of the information or to be able to show some of the evidence by the government that in fact that they were indicted for. So they appear today, and some of them come up with a lot of mixed reactions as to what happening. Some of the accusation level against them was not true, and so forth, back to back. But again, we moved. That's a country that we live in. That's why we come out today with this topic: people and politics, politics and people. Where are we heading as a country? And that's the kind of society that we have today. That's the kind of country that we live in today. But again, that move quickly. Someone sent me the video of Senator Dawes, today in session, talking about, in fact, that they're always creating jobs for the young people, or in fact for the people, but then the executive branch always taking the job, giving the job to foreign people. Check, hold on a little bit. I'm about to do some adjustment, but I want you to look into these entire accusations that have been leveled against the executive branch by Senator Dawes, that indeed, quote unquote, that they're always creating jobs for the people, and the jobs have been taken away and given to foreign people by the executive. What say you?
Yes, maybe that is not strange. It is not strange. Even in Nimba, it is happening in Nimba, the concession area in Nimba, the bigger concession area in Nimba, it is happening. We went to that place, and we saw some of the allegations that were being put up by the citizens themselves. As we went there, many of the people who talk about, in fact, they hear some of the people, the workers, those areas that when Tonya is talking about, the Liberians should have the opportunity to serve. Some of the guys were not visible. In fact, some of the lawmakers who were not invited just went to take a note at the place. They were even saying that we're going to take some surprise visit here because the people who we expected to see, we are not seeing them. In fact, we're only seeing two persons, the CEO and the chairperson. These are two people we're seeing. We're not seeing any other person. They were not being introduced to us by any Liberians serving or higher position in Aslameta, or maybe serving as social person in this part of the position as to Aslameta, what he do, what is he doing there, his position as well. But the agreement, nothing of such. For example, even in Liberia, there are people who are selling food. There are food stuff being sold in the country by aliens and foreigners. In other countries, they don't allow you to sell those kind of food in our country. In the places of Ghana, Ivory Coast, Pepper Cara and things. These are businesses for citizens, not for Liberians. But here, anybody can sell any market in this country. You go to Lokintown, go to Douala, go to Freeport, go to those communities, dual community, see the Ghanaians. I'm not trying to be like, African, we are African, but in other countries, these are businesses that are for the citizens, right? The Ghanaians are saying the street bar, the poro, cold water, all the businesses are Liberian owned businesses, The labor minister giving selling job permit to aliens, foreigners, Liberians are not employed. So all those things, if you look at a clinic, you would not even try to argue it. There's no argument there because that's what we are observing, that's what we're seeing here in Liberia. Any higher position in this country, more especially when it comes to entity the companies in Liberia, you don't see Liberia in higher position. Even the company that are facing the road from here all the way to Tapeta, and Tapeta to Grand Gila County, those that are in higher positions are Chinese. The Chinese are the one in higher position. The foreigners, the aliens, they are all in higher position. So there's not doubting. It's not extreme news. We see it every day in Liberia. For me, I'm seeing it here every day in Nimba County. We feel somehow discouraged about the situation, the way things are unfolding. But what happened? This is Liberia. Our government is not taking strength about it. The issue of bribery in our country has become one of our first priority in Liberia. Even the government officials are holding bribe. Those are the various entities. The ministers are holding bribe. Look at the saga that is ongoing now at the labor ministry, right? The labor minister is setting the work permit to aliens, foreigners as well. You know, Liberians don't have the opportunity to have these jobs.
Because check to what all you've been saying. So that means you are also insinuating that some of the jobs, quote unquote, that our lawmakers they've been creating, some of the jobs have been given to foreign people. Is that what you are saying? You've been sensing, according to you?
Exactly, Mabon. That's what I'm sensing. You know, creating a job is another aspect, and giving a job out physically is another aspect where the man will go and work, right? Where the man will go and work. You have the Western cluster. It was alleged that the deputy speaker have more than 30 to 40 trucks or 25 trucks around that Western cluster, giving it to those people to work. But what become the agreement? What become the agreement
yeah. Good. Ali, so quickly before we go to Brother Ali Masale, Trokomo, he commented and said because Liberians don't have the technical skill to do this job. Then I move back to quote unquote all of the trainings, all of the master degrees, all of the things that some of our people have been having back to back. Because if Trokomo is saying that Liberians don't have the technical skill or the technical know-how, you know, sometimes these are ways that we describe it, right? So if Liberians don't have this kind of more knowledge, but if you notice, you will sense that more Liberians will be to these places, and they are even trending some of the foreign people, or in fact, some of the foreign people that will come, they are nowhere around some of our Liberian brothers and sisters who are to this era, but just because of contact, they will get these jobs. So, Sheikh, do you agree to?
What is he saying? What are you trying to say? What is he saying? As the Meta entered in this country since 2005, according to them, they've been training young people, qualified young people in this country. What do you say to that? Up to now, where is the higher position Liberians are occupying in Asla Meta? You're talking about they don't have the technical know-how. What's about the training they're talking about every day they are doing for young people? Liberians, other companies are here. Liberians are operating. They got a technical skill. I don't agree with him, Mabon. I don't agree with him. He's not on the field. He's don't know what's happening. But we in the interior part of Liberia to do concession agreement areas, the concession areas until we're moving around. We know what's happening. The Liberians got a skill. The people got a training in them. They got a technical know-how. But the implementation is one matter. Who know you are become the number one thing priority in our country. That's all. But the people have the technical know-how. You know what I mean? Liberian experience. Right. You can say that they can say they don't have skill. Maybe but they don't have skill.
Thank you. Ali Masale, what say you with all of the happening? I guess you've been following all the happening, maybe from the lower house or from the accusations of 5 lawmakers that today on appear before the court. Maybe you want to chip in on that. Then also Senator Dawes, they don't allegations or accusations against the executive branch that in fact they've been creating jobs and the executive branch been giving a job to foreign people back to back. What say you, my dear brother? Well, so it's like I don't know what I hope you're not somewhere around the protest end where but again, that's it. So people, yes, indeed. So if you're just joining us, this is the Sktv show, the Tuesday edition. For matter of fact, we're talking about the happening back home right here in Liberia. I know there are all of us here today who know some of the happening, and we threw down with that entire cow wahala, because the family members, I think that issue has not been resolved. So as far as we are concerned, we're moving forward with all the happening. Sheikh, quite recently, the government of Liberia, I think that was either 2 days ago, where we saw a release from the LPRC and the Ministry of Commerce adding, I think, 4% to the petroleum price or the prices on the market. And because of that, I think the gasoline price now has gone up to $800 Liberian, and that of in USD, those of you who can buy in USD, you will definitely know how much that in USD. But apart from that, also others are saying that in fact the taxes, they're increasing the taxes from 10% to nearly 12%. So because of that, things prices are going up back to back. What's the human there, brother?
And that is it. And that is why when you run campaign on lies, that is what happened to you. If you come into the people, come to them with what you think you can do. If you run campaign on WhatsApp, few years back, we were buying gas $850, $875 LD. When they knew the party were coming to leadership, they said they're going to drop it to 600, 500, and Liberian people were clapping with our 10 fingers around. But here you say, there is a situation. What are they telling us? What are they telling us? Are they taking us back to the CDC days where they come and say we can make it better than the CDC? That's moreover 800. But you don't know the interior part now. Some areas part of the interior is 1,000 per gallon. Let me tell you now, neighbor. Some part of the interior is 1,000 per gallon. If you go away in B, the small minus bottle is $250. You go B in Doru. Everybody can want Glance Town, you know, all the way to Double Star. That one minus jar in Double Star is $300 right now, as I'm telling you. So you probably one gallon will be around 1,200. That's moreover is 800. So if you just run your leadership, your campaign on those fallacies, you find out at the end of it, it comes right back to you. How you made out your best, so shall you lie on it? Because those days, when the CDC were going the way they're not supposed to go, other Liberians were saying the thing they're supposed to say. And you come and say, I will rescue. I will do everything I think I can do for you as a Liberian to make sure you'll not be spectator in your own economies. Like the job manner we had government, they said they will not be Liberian to be a spectator in their own economies. And later, we were spectator all around here. Liberian were crying as the 25 kg went to 9,000, 5,000, all around the interior part of Liberia. And they have come based on that they run the entire campaign will last me. But if you run a campaign with life, you last the Liberian people. That's what happened. You see what happened in the country. Even beside that petroleum rest in Nimba, part of Nimba now, the 25 kg is $3,750. Some part of Nimba right now, as I can tell you. Let me just tell you. And the rainy season has not yet come very close. Though rain is not heavily falling in Nimba, but very soon from now, before leaving, taking the roof on top of that to go to B and Dodo, all the way to Double Star, to Glanstown, passing to Fremantle, all the way to that restaurant, to that New Town area, in that B and Dodo there. You will find out that where you find this 25 kg be around 6,000. That I'm telling you, it's very serious. Probably, it's not easy. Probably, in the public nowhere.
Hold on, check. You're saying that how much for the 25 kg?
25 kg now. 25 kg the interior is 3,750. Okay. LD 3,750. And mind you, very very shortly when the rain begin to get serious, it will soon go to maybe $4,500 or $5,000 because the distances I'm talking about, I'm the one I'm talking. These are places
because of the road condition.
These are places I've been.
Because of the road condition.
You say what?
I'm saying because of the road condition.
Yeah, because of the road condition. And what can happen if our people here in the prices is going out in Monrovia, they too have to increase the prices because for motorbike, they even pass those small roads to enter those various villages is very difficult. So they too can increase the prices. So gas is $800 in Monrovia, and in Nimba, some places $840, $850. In the interior is $1,000.
You know, share quickly before we go to Brother Aliu. You know, sometimes some of us who don't go to these supermarkets or buy stuff, we don't understand when they say things price go up. All we think about is to go in the market and just buy a cup of rice. No. God, our people are living into complete poverty until they don't even understand about going into the supermarket to buy stuff. So by the time things price go up, you want to talk about that, all people think about all the rice and even the potato greens, even the edos, the potatoes, the banana, the plantain, and everything that even made here, even expensive money, the foreign goods.
But where is Sktv-Lib here? Where we are in Sktv-Lib now? It's 3,600 for 25 kg. Where is Sktv-Lib? 36.
You can't even eat good corn. Yeah, in Liberia. All the corn we
Mama, I want to taste.
Mama,
I want to taste that. You taste your game over. You get more taste. I want to break it eat it today.
Aliu, what's up, my brother? What say you?
Yeah, maybe can you hear me now?
Yes, getting you go ahead, my brother.
You're sorry, my man. I'm on a long drive from Canada back to Maryland. You're sorry, that's why you keep there's an internet problem along the road. Sorry.
Yes, indeed, I said that. But go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. And
quicker to the issue. I want to start on Darius Delon as the person who made a comment and said because Liberians are not qualified. I respectfully disagree with that person. Like I will tell you now, when you receive call for Kinjo right now or Kidman, I work in Great Kidman County, Kinjo for so many years before coming to this state. And one thing I know, the president right now, you go to Kinjo, they will bring the expatriate, they will bring those guys from Turkey, they bring them to Kinjo. Our Liberian brothers and sisters are the one who teaching them how to drive those dump trucks. Our Liberian brothers and sisters are the one who teaching them how to operate on the drill rig because they had to drill because they blast. At the end of the day, they pay these people $5,000 to $6,000, and our brothers are making $600 to $700. Let me tell you that. So don't say Liberians are not qualified. They don't know this job. And all the time that I work in Kinjo, this is something that is in line with the HRO and the labor minister. This happened during anytime. It happened during George Riata, and it is happening presently. These people will go to the HRO. The HRO will go to the labor minister or whosoever responsible for giving permit. Oh yeah, they bring in these people. You will get your cut. This is what happening. And at the end of the day, when the people they come, the labor ministry, the minister getting his cut, the HRO getting his own cut, and they take these guys to the side. Our Liberian brothers and sisters are the ones that treating these people in Great Makate Kinjo. That's why I work and I'm talking about Kidman. I don't know how it's happening to other people. And if you go Kinjo today, you are, they will tell you the same thing. It's been happening for any time up to present, it's still happening. They will bring the people, the Liberians, and they want to train them how to drive, even in the mine. At the end of the day, they get them $200-300 for per dam. They pay them $7,000 US a month. Our brothers and sisters are making $400-500. So don't say Liberians, they are not qualified for the work. The irresponsible government will continue electing. They are not in the interest of we the Liberians. That's why you see this thing happening. And that is what I experienced there since any time up to present, and it's still happening there. So let me just tell that person I respectfully disagree with what they said. Fast forward, when you go to this issue about fanatical case, this and that, we're talking every over and over. But one thing I will tell you, Maybon, like yesterday, my brother-in-law was talking, oh, Aliyu Masale, if you listen to the audio between Fanatico and Abu Kamara, you will not sit in America there and say what you're saying. Let me tell you something, my brother. Okay, I agree with the audio now. I agree with the audio. Yeah, there's an audio that proves that Fanatico burned the Capitol building. But listen to that whole audio. And before the burning of that Capitol building, Gregory Cuomo told the nation that the Capitol building was highly protected. So when you listen to that audio and all of these things are happening, where were those security? Where were they now? Listen to the audio now, you agree they're the one burning the building. Where were the security when all that thing happened? All that discussion that went on in the audio, and Gregory told the nation that the building was protected. Where were they? Where were they? Those people that came, they took the chairs from the Capitol building. Where were the security when they came, they took the chairs? Because he announced that the building was protected even before the chairs were taken out. Where were they? Had they investigated them? Why is there only people from the minority bloc, but not from the majority bloc? In every serious-minded country or serious-minded government, whether that's 72, 73 lawmakers, all of these people will be investigated. Who have access to the key to that building? Have they investigated that person? No. So how will you say this case is not political? People shouldn't politicize it. If Joseph Boakai, the president of Liberia, or he the fire service director? If Gregory Cuomo, the inspector general for police, or he the fire service director? Where in the capital just got burned, The next day, Joseph Wakaki, they said this is an arson. Who gave him that report? Who gave him that report? So let's agree that the audio is there. Those people burned the building. But Gregory told the nation that the building was protected even before the chairs were removed. So where were the security now? This is what I said yesterday, and I will continue to say. In every serious manner, country or serious manner, government, but now Gregory Como have been fired. Because that's the question. Okay, let me name them because I will soon get on the road. Even though, yes, you did your work, those people, they are the one that bring the capital. With all the work you did, I will fire you because you lied to all that their building were protected. At the end of the day, it has been burned.
Thank you so much, Ali Masare. We will join you. Yes, indeed, we'll join you after the news bulletin. Thank you so much, my dear brother. And for a matter of fact, you know, there are a lot of in fact, news coming up that in fact government has no sufficient evidence. That's the news, unconfirmed reports allegedly that indeed the government has no sufficient evidence. But again, we moved people. We go for the news bulletin. We'll come back. We continue with the SKTV show right here on Truth FM 96.1. The Island of Liberia. I'm Johnson Mayborn Kula.
Good evening, RCA News Bulletin at 7. I'm Akita Roberts presenting. The 5 lawmakers who were recently detained at the Monrovia Central Prison for multiple charges on Tuesday appeared before the Monrovia City Court for a preliminary hearing. The Armed Forces Chief of Staff Davison Fuller has outlined the armed forces of Liberia's preparedness in the wake of increase in terrorism in the Sahel, cybercrimes, and pirates in the Gulf of Guinea. Barely 1 week after ArcelorMittal officially inaugurated its U.S. $1.4 billion iron ore concentrator at Montoquede mining site in Nimba County, Senator Yan Twine has blasted the company for what he calls failure to comply with the amended Mineral Development Agreement. Out of Liberia, a minibus carrying school children have been swept away by a heavy flooding in South Africa, a spokesperson of the Eastern Cape provincial government has told the BBC. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. The 5 lawmakers who were recently detained at the Monrovia Central Prison for multiple charges on Tuesday appeared before the Monrovia State Court for preliminary hearing. But District 5 Representative Priscilla Cooper, according to our CR judicial correspondent, waived her rights to a preliminary hearing, meaning she is opting for separate proceedings. The request from her lawyer was granted by Magistrate Ben Barco after prosecuting lawyers interposed no objection. The state first witness in the case of Chief Inspector Peter Johnson told the court they have sufficient evidence linking Kofa and others to the burning of the Capitol building in December 2024. Peter Johnson said Representative Dixon Sibo was the architect and organizer of the fire incident. According to him, former Speaker Fonati Kofa facilitated the process through defendant Thomas Etheridge, who recruited people through Kofar's influence. He said information obtained from defendant Thomas Etheridge's cell phone was authenticated and implicated the lawmakers till the December 2024 incident. Our judicial correspondent further revealed that the case will continue on Wednesday, June 11, 2025 at the Monrovia State Court. Representatives Fonati Kofa, Priscilla Cooper, Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, and Jacob Debbie were charged by the police for multiple crimes, including arson, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, criminal attempt to commit murder, among others. Army Chief of Staff General Davison Fuller has outlined the armed forces of Liberia's preparedness in the wake of increase in terrorism in the Sahel, cybercrimes, and pirates in the Gulf of Guinea. Major General Fuller said Liberia's defense further relies on both national resilience and regional solidarity. Speaking in an interview with the armed forces today, Major General Fuller maintained that strengthening airfield ECOWAS ties will be central in navigating the next 50 years of regional peace and stability. The Airfield Chief of Staff said the Army will continue its collaboration with ECOWAS and its international partners for the maintenance of security and peace through the sharing of intelligence. Barely 1 week after ArcelorMittal officially inaugurated its US $1.4 billion iron ore concentrator in Montucadere mining site in Nimba County, Senator Yan Twine has blasted the company for what he calls failure to comply with the amended Mineral Development Agreement. Speaking in a press conference on Tuesday, the Nimba County Senator called on national government to revisit the clauses in the MDA in the interest of the ordinary Liberians before granting the company renewal. He said if their concerns are not addressed, they will oppose the renewal of the Mentar's Mineral Development Agreement. Senator Twine, among other things, outlined ArcelorMittal's failure to upgrade housing facilities for residents, failure to employ Liberians in higher ranking positions at the company, poor road connectivity, and what he called disregard for the laws, among others. He assured that accused the company of constantly bypassing the Nimba Legislative Caucus, citing their absence at the recent dedication of the concentrator is a testament. However, the chief executive officer of ArcelorMittal, Lashmi Mittal, has praised Liberia's development over the past 2 decades and reaffirmed his company's strong commitment to the country. During a forming appearance alongside President Joseph Boakai recently, Mr. Mittal reflected on his first visit to Liberia in 2005, noting that the vast information the country has undergone since then. He said in 2005, there was hardly any electricity and road connectivity, but now he could see electricity lines, paved roads, and progress. Mittal said it was based on the progress that the company has invested more than $3 billion to create jobs and livelihood for the people of Liberia, making it one of the largest private sector investors in the country. Laxmi Mittal emphasized that such a large-scale investment would not have been possible without the company's trust in Liberia and its people. Before they highlighted ArcelorMittal on March contribution to Liberia's economy, stating that a lot of people have made commitments, but no one has invested in that's as much as ArcelorMittal has invested, reflecting on his long-standing relationship with President Joseph Boakai. Mr. Mittal said he had always admired the Liberian leader since his tenure as vice president under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The House of Representatives has passed the bill establishing Nomoport Statutory District, Seabed Township, and Gracebeth Farm City in Sano County. The legislation was presented to plenary since February by Sano County District 1 Representative Thomas Romer-Quia, speaking to journalists on Tuesday after the passage of the instrument. Representative Quia emphasized that the legislation will provide job creation, youth empowerment, improve healthcare delivery, among others. He vowed to modernize Greenville City, noting that he has come to the legislature with high expertise. Briefly, out of Liberia, a minibus carrying school children has been swept away by heavy flooding in South Africa. A spokesperson for the Eastern Cape provincial government has told the BBC. Kivashi Ratijard said it was unclear how many children were on the bus, but 3 had so far been found alive. Rescue efforts had been suspended as night has fallen and will resume on Wednesday, he added. In a separate incident, the bodies of 7 people carried away by flood water have been found in the province or Timber district. South Africa has been hit by heavy snow, rains, and gales forests winds that have claimed the lives of 5 people in a road accident and have left nearly 500 homes without electricity. So in this newscast, a recap of the top stories we have been following. Barely 1 week after ArcelorMittal officially inaugurated its US $1.4 billion iron ore concentrated at Mount Chuckillie mining site in Nimba County, Senator Nyan Twine has blasted the company for what he calls failure to comply with the amended Mineral Development Agreement. Army Chief of Staff General Davison Fuller has outlined the armed forces of Liberia's preparedness in the wake of increase in terrorism in the Sahel, cyber crimes, and pirates in the Gulf of Guinea. The 5 lawmakers who were recently detained at the Monrovia Central Prison for multiple charges on Tuesday appeared before the Monrovia City Court for preliminary hearings. Out of Liberia, a minibus carrying school children have been swept away by heavy flooding in South Africa. A spokesperson of the Eastern Cape provincial government has told the BBC. That's RCN News Bulletin at 7. I've been Akita Roberts.
Then they are starting to give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are we doing our job? They will say they want to defend their minister. It should be new for our people to get a job. Then they are starting to give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are we doing our job? They will say they want to defend their minister. It should be new for our people to get a job. Then they are starting to give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are we doing our job? They will say they want to defend their minister. It should be new for our people to get a job. Then they are starting to give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are we doing our job? They will say they want to defend their minister. It should be new for our people to get a job. Then they are starting to give the job to non-Liberians. Then Liberians asking us, why are we doing our job? They will say they want to defend their minister.
Well, we just listening to the news bulletin right here on Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. The very next year news on the station will be at 8 o'clock on tonight, by which time we'll bring you 45 minutes of news coming from our newsroom. Yes, indeed. Welcome to those of you who just joining us for the first time, or maybe you've been following us and you go out for break. But again, welcome after the news break. So, folks, this is the Sktv show. We're going to be with you up to 8 o'clock on tonight. Again, today is the birthday of our own dynamic CEO of this great institution, Honorable Laike Belete, celebrates his birthday on today. So I want to say happy birthday to all of you, those of you who are celebrating birthday, including Honorable Laike Belete. So again, folks, yes, let me see how best to rejoin my team. On today. So check Sherry is already here. Those of you who are celebrating birthday, including Honorable Laike Belete. So again, folks, yes, let me see how best to rejoin my team. Ali, something is happening. Well, anyway, good. So I have to get Ali muted because let me say Ali check muted because It's like we're having that sound at the back. So, folks, again, we moved. We've been discussing a wide range of issues, especially politics and people and politics. All of you today who are hating on each other, insulting one another, doing everything against one another. I don't know for what reason, but again, where are we as people? Every time when the government take on decisions, some of the decisions affect all of us as people because it's not nothing there that pick and choose. The government will make these decisions. If there are taxes that will increase, you and myself will pay the same price for bread or for mayonnaise or for transportation, anything that you may think about. So that's the beauty of life. The only thing is that the way we do politics, we insult one another. We think that because we voted for this person, so no way for us to hold this person accountable. No. That means that you put yourself in the form of slavery. Then you put yourself in the form of, okay, but again, I have this video quickly. Check, but let me ask Aliu Masare. Aliu, I don't know whether you are following the news bulletin. If so, my brother, good evening and welcome again. Yeah, after the news break. I don't know. I know it's either maybe afternoon time now or maybe evening time to the end. Well, I'm not getting Aliu, so that means Ali stay into the his highway. Ali is in fact Ali is traveling back to back. And let me see, Sheikh, are you there? Well, so also I'm not getting Sheikh, but again, let me see, folks. I have this video coming from yes, indeed. Quickly, I'm sorry, Joe, but I want to play the video because so many things happen. That's why we keep talking about politics and people and politics. The issue of evictions. Oh God, this country interesting. Look, we hope and pray that hopefully maybe this week or next week we will go in deep with some of these things that are happening back to our people or the people. In fact, the way sometimes people have been treated just because one or two reasons. So let me see this video quickly. This is the video of the National Port Authority Executive Director of Procurement Charles Masale, whom allegedly in fact evaded. I think that happened this morning. But let me play the video for you so that you can know exactly what we're talking about. Those of you who follow us, because this thing that we're talking about people and politics and people. Whether it's a government or not, when they really ready to fall, it will fall anyhow it want to. Oh, this country interesting. Now go.
It's very unfortunate situation here at your official premises. You first run us through what exactly happened and why. I mean, for the past since the weekend, there have been eviction ongoing. The County community in Nimba County. My attentions were brought to it in the early morning of Saturday when I woke up. I saw the barrage of police, only to know that they were doing demolition on a case that has been, we learned was won by John Uoti from the Supreme Court. Actually, I did not have the opportunity to see that on the paper or any order, but Saturday. They continue on Sunday, and I try to make some free, in the sense that, I mean, this is property issue. We as humans, we are not cows, we're not chickens, and I try to reach out to the Uoti family. I try to really reach out to those that were in front of the sheriff, directing them where to touch, showing them their property or property they have claimed that is theirs, a co-ruling. It went on, as you can see that in my fence, everything went off. Couldn't do anything because they said it was an order, quick order. You can see from there all of the residents of the community were affected. Same happened, as I said, Sunday, today, Monday. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday, the community went to the court, the same court. What information that they received another court order putting a stay order. So this morning it sent it to me. I think the secretary reached me very early this morning. I mean, very early about hours.
Yeah, someone said they're not getting a sum. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Rana. So if your government, if they are doing the right thing, your life will get better. Where in this world someone will live somewhere for 10 to 15, 20 years. Now, for example, I'm able, I live somewhere for 10, 15, 20 years. All the time I've been living there. And I see no land owner, no house owner, nothing. Only after a few times, then I start seeing people coming around, claiming that in fact there's place for them. They want to take the place away from me. The place that I'm feeling developing after years. In fact, telling my children that yes, indeed, this place belongs to me as a father. And this place will also be turned over to you people in the future, just in case one die. But then someone else from somewhere come because they go to a court and the court say, okay, yes, from here all the way to New Jersey. And for example, Chief FM is in Dupont. Then someone, oh, from here to New Jersey. How many years? This thing happening. It's the same system it's the same system you voted for. The same system you voted for. It's the same system treating you this way. It makes no sense that someone will live somewhere for 10 years and someone own the place. Yeah, let me see Aliu. Yeah, Aliu, I've been getting you, but no way. Okay, Shaq also, yeah, Shaq is back. Yeah, so yeah, Shaq, my people, yeah, man, I was getting to you people, but there's no way I could easily get you. So I have to continue with the show. But again, Shaq, I'll just play this video coming from one of the person from the National Port Authority who was invaded today, and in fact alleged that according to him and the other eyewitnesses that in fact police have to shoot or two shots according to them, that the two shots coming from the AK-47 alleged that they have to shoot his dog. I don't know whether his dog was acting, maybe he wanted to go on the people or what and so forth. But again, we will still verify some of the information and also on his vehicle. But check another Aliu. Quickly before we go to the land, this issue of people reclaiming properties after years, or people claiming people properties after years are becoming a normal thing in Liberia. If care is not taken, that's another terrible things that will happen, and people will be thinking that something maybe that politician I didn't know. That's what had nothing to do with politicians or any politics. But the way politicians, or maybe the way our court systems are behaving, the way the people are behaving, my brother, is even surprising. But what say you, Sheikh? I don't know whether you've been following some of this happening, or maybe whether you have come across this thing before.
Yes, I've been following some of this happening. Really, to admit, I've been following some of this happening around Liberia, and just the recent one that happened around in Monrovia, there in the Baja Fajr route. The property were there for so many years, since the 90s, and the whole family member, according to them, they were in the state. One person just passed through the court. The court come taking eviction, taking action against the citizens, sending the Liberia National Police, to remove them one money. It becomes a serious issue in the country, because if that's happening, that's another war, right? Leaving citizens vulnerable. Soon morning, just called in, maybe gave me notification yesterday. Then this morning, you arrive with bulldozer, yellow machine, say, the owner of the property say we should move you through the court. And the judicial system, the justice system themselves, they are not doing well for our citizens, because they are saying putting all the fire on it. Because if you whom the citizen depend on for justice, and then you give him order to the Liberia National Police to go. You see what happened there in Battery Factory the other time. Besides Battery Factory, you saw what happened to SKD around the stadium, the SKD community. You saw what happened there the other time. The citizen was speaking. If it wins, then you could say you want to shed tears. It was not easy. Giving me invitation. Giving me notification just yesterday, and this morning you coming to tell me to leave. Where am I going? Even in one room apartment will rent some time. It does not go that way. The landlord or the landlady will give you a month to move. They will give me a month to move. But you will not just come one morning and then you say the court say we should move you. And then when I resist, I don't have a place to go. Then you decide to start, forcibly removing me from where I'm staying, damaging my property. So you saw what happened to Battery Factory. They just went and start removing the people the next day, holding that material. The yellow machine was bulldozing everything. My concern was, what in case these people have babies in their house that morning, somebody have gone out to buy something, like in the morning our women can say, let me go buy a coal or buy a crow to come and wash. When you get a baby in the very houses that day, the bulldozer, they were operating that very day. The machine was operating. Can just jack the house, what are zero, not zero. It is good that they are property, but they get a way they can claim it. For me, I don't think that's the way to clean the property. If you spend a lot of time out, you don't know what the property is. But for me, I blame the justice system. Because I blame the justice system because they are being bought. They are being bought. Because if not a justice system, they are not doing it with us. That is why somebody was saying that politics have entered the judicial system in our country. And for seriously, politics have entered the judicial system in the country, right? Because citizens are now passing through the court to go and react on other citizens out of the constitution of our country.
Yeah, because 10 years is a decade. Someone will spend 20 years, that's 2 decades, To sit back as a property owner, you sit back, check, develop the place, make the place to be like a very good and place that people can go and live. After 20 years, you're coming back to say you own properties. Then the court of hours. Look, like maybe we want to take some of our time to do research on the entire court issues. Property land. Because check, people are also blaming the land authorities that indeed it is the land authority that also giving birth to some of these things. Because the land authority, they are doing nothing. They collapse. They do, in fact, oh God. But anyway, I didn't matter, my brother. What say you? I think we're not getting you though. I think you are muted. Check your mic.
Yeah, you hearing me?
Yes, we're
Sorry.
you now.
Yes, the question you just asked, that's a brilliant question. Because, for example, I get a place around the Rick's mission there. The moment somebody made attempt to my area, I received a call. Immediately, I told my in-laws, and they went there. So how will you be in America? 20 years, you want to tell me you get a land, and nobody know that land belongs to Melbourne. And people, somebody, when they developing on that land, you never got no intel at all for them to tell you, oh yeah, Melbourne, somebody building on your land, somebody doing this on your land for 20 years. Till you went Liberia before you got to know, so you get no family. You see, these things, they are not just good at all. Because they will tell you, oh, somebody doing something on your land. Tell your family over there, your people stop to that person. You can tell me you know about it, but you always said at the end of the day when you go, because you're coming for America, you get money, you use cash violence to abuse other people. And I can understand. The police in Liberia, they're the one responsible for evasion, or the sheriff, they're the one can go. The police only there to protect them, to make sure. Because the country I'm in, I have seen people being evicted almost every month. That's a normal thing here. But those police will only go, they stay there, they watching, they guard the process. The sheriff will be there, oh yeah, you need to get outside there, along with these people. The police are on the standby. They make sure you get all of your things out. The sheriff lock that door, everything. The police protect them and they go by their business. But Liberia is on the opposite. When the essence of going to evade someone and then you shooting live bullet. The United Party police, from whenever United Party in charge, the police become very violent and brutal in the country. The records are there. They will say again, oh, this and that. The records are there. The 12 years they stay in power, we know how the police were running that country. Now they have come back in power, we see how the police are running that country. Police only there to make sure you go, the people take their things out. They shouldn't give the sheriff hard time. But why should you go and be using live bullet? How are these police trained in the country? This is so sad. But now when you talk it, they will want to politicize that. It's not about politics. This is why today you see Liberia. I saw an audio from Gregory Coleman, but if he meant well, that audio that I saw, let you go and sit down with Joseph Baka and tell you straight in your face all what he said in that audio. Because after election, if they start to govern, you don't have to put on political cap. But we get a president who is a sitting president of a country, he still get a political cap. Yes, he still in feeling like he running campaign. He's not in the position like he's a president to govern. So everything that you say in your audio, Gregory Coleman, if you really mean well, go and discuss it with President Bakai. Let him try to govern. So that issue of invasion, I already know, but that's the system I see over there. And it is quite unfortunate to see police behaving in such a form and manner. It's not good. It is scary and it is unlawful.
Wonderful. Yeah, I want you to also read my own uncle John Maulo. You know, and this is exactly what happened. And I just like the way you bring out his own, or maybe part of it, the happening here in Liberia. That's good. Shaq, you want to help us quickly to read that for us?
Yeah, let me try to help in this manner. And it said, Melbourne, it doesn't happen like that because the war, most people feel the country, but that doesn't give anyone the right to squat or develop properties that you have no document or no own for yourself. Or secondly, the court does not give those people notice and serious notice before evasion. But the Liberians way is nothing is going on, nothing is going to come out of it. Wow. So before you see the yellow machine, serious warning has been given previously. So that's a neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead quickly before we go to the line, please.
I don't know what he mean that serious, because we listen to those affected people. We listen to those affected people, those who are affected in the situation on several occasions. I've been monitoring them. And that is why I think we got to take time and talk on this issue of this protest coming up just recent days. What they're talking about.
Yes.
I think
we will go. I think
I'm coming at you. This is exactly an example of what's going to happen in the protest. Liberian people have to sit home and watch carefully. Because mind you, your machine walking to your home, your own place, then police are coming there. I went in the live video, I saw the sheriff and the woman fighting on lay plastic or money in the house when the machine paused the house. Fighting to take her lay cash where she put it. The sheriff are fighting her and the police can start beating her. They got to put that woman motorbike and carry her to the hospital. Is that protection? That is why we got to take time to talk about the protest before the June 19th. Because similar thing that is happening, you listened yesterday to the police commander after that prayer release, said the police are standing by for anything to happen anytime. They will deal with anybody at any hour. Mind you, anything happen in this country, even people who passing by to say and see, the police will come for you and drag you. Whether you take part, you don't take part, the Baga police will come for you and drag you. So for me, the whole thing will take time to talk about the protest business, but this is getting very serious in our country, maybe. Our people can live anywhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
to what Mr. Maulo said, that's just the truth. Because this whole thing that happened to Battery Factory, I know somebody who is one of the victims, and she made me to understand that they have been on the process for the past 8 years. According to what she told me, that land basically they have been in court for the past 8 years, and finally she was even at work when people went there with the machine. Yes. But equally so, the problem again, the way in which we saw police behaving at that scene, it was not good. You can't behave like that as a police. And the one we saw again today, shooting people doors, shooting their cars, and things as a police, people went to invade someone. You don't behave like that. That's unprofessionalism. Even in America here, not because I pay my rent this month, and then next month we capture my team outside. No, we will go to court and all everything. So what Mr. Maulo said is true. And again, to Mr. Maulo, you in America, why you say it's true? Some people left the country for a very long period of time. But you get a property there, maybe you get a land. You can't tell me none of your family know about that land that you in America for 15, 20 years. Somebody on that property, on that land, that your family will tell you, oh, Mr. Maulo, even though you say you left from here, but somebody baby on it. You see, that you will just be here, none of your family will tell you till maybe the day you went Liberia now. Oh, Mr. Maulo, yeah, you went to your land, you go see somebody finish putting mansion there. This is the problem. Some of these people, I don't know how they get land in that nobody there to see after their land, and they will be in out of the country 10, 15 years. People develop the land when they go back before they get to know. So that's just it. But whatsoever Mr. Maulo, that's a fight.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, all of you. Let's move to the line to interact with our people. To this caller quickly. Good evening. Yeah, my brother. 1 minute, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is Eviction. You see, in Melbourne, what happened in this country, I think, is the worker and team are not ready for the protection of the 41 years of peace that we have enjoyed. Everything about the worker police is just violent. The other day on the old road, police commander from the Zone 3, Depot 2 on the old road kicked a big better woman in the stomach and beat her to death. Today, his name is Ricky Raw. We don't know what happened to Ricky Raw. We don't know anything from that case today. And every time we find the police killing people, a 17-year-old boy was killed in Banja, shot and killed by a police officer. Today, we do not know what happened. But Unity Party has a record of killing. From 2005 to 2011, onward to 2024, 2025.
All right. Thank you. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening to you, Mabel.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
Let me say good evening to all of the panelists. My name is Hussein Kew. I call from Jacobstown, Electoral District number 2. In relation to the different talking points, I just want to be brief. So, Article 17 of the Constitution provides peaceful assembly, but it also comes with responsibilities. So, the police is on the moral rectitude, right, or on the constitutional mandate to protect the state and protect protesters and non-protesters. So, in our life, the police will protect the state when people who want to be or trying to be violent and outlaw, the police have to safeguard the state and protect ordinary Liberians. So, the police is in no wrong. So, to the next issue that you talk about, this land of conflict in Liberia.
But who said that police were wrong now? Which one are you talking about? The police is in no wrong?
No, I said what the release coming from the police that they are prepared, right, to protect the state. They are in no error to
we don't want to say now, not my police about statement, but I have a quiet.
No, let me make it so in relation to the land conflict we're talking about. 2016 and 17, there is a school in my community. The school had a church, a mini clinic, and our school was a high school. Somebody came on the state over 35 years, and they went to the court. That case was in court for over 20 years. And 2016, 2017, the Supreme Court ruled, and the lady came and broke down the entire property. When you hear about the green pasture property, that property was broken down. When you come to the community, the land is open. The traveling forward on that particular land. So this is how the court system is like in Liberia. So it's not a government issue, but I think that is the law and the land reform. If people talk about, I think they have to be serious about it. Because in the long run, it will bring serious complaint in the country. The thing that we're looking at, they were looking at saying it, you know.
All right, thank you. The police will be there. The same police you're talking about, they will be there, my brother. What are you talking about? Civil conflict? There will be no conflict. I know you get police. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and good evening to all listeners.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have two suggestions. I hope you give me a chance to like that 1 minute time. This is Brother G last and we're calling for Kingston. I would suggest that instead you call this show Sktv, call it the negative thing like Europe. At least let us know that we will negative like Europe because nothing possible.
So hello. Okay, so I come in now. So say it is negative, then what you call it? That means yourself, you're not even serious. No, you're not even serious. So no from let me keep you on. Say it is negative, that means you're not serious. Don't be part of negative people. Be to your positive side. Yeah, hello, good evening, go ahead.
Okay. That problem there is a very serious problem. I will call you up and Henry Howard.
No, and somebody say a negative show doing it. Go ahead. No, go ahead, man, dear, go ahead.
Okay. And we have to take serious consideration. I believe the whatever arrow thought eating up to the Joe era. If you were saying something that would have been stay on a piece of land and develop it after 30 times when the person comes, even if you want to claim your land again, there is that
that law, yeah, you're right, Joe. I think we're going to chat for that law. You're right. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, there is that on ground is something to do. But Chris Lana did that same thing on the whole road to some group of people. And you did a piece of land where it broke all the people property down for the piece of land there today that coming right there in Kogota. When you come in just a little bit there, the land is on your right after Kogota Bar Road there. The land is on your right. Nobody living there, but those people we can call Kiriago where they create Sogo. It's a very bad thing. Like for me, I'm living on this piece of land. This is my 50 years. You want to be easy for somebody within 50 years. They can't even know that.
10 years. Even as a 10 years.
Nobody in that area that know the owner that when they come, they just go to the government, bribe our food, bribe the government, do organize it, and they just bring your own meeting. God forbid, and thank God is that in my view.
All right. Thank you.
When there's a lady in this country, it will be a next problem that will bother to everybody.
Chairman, nothing will do. Anyway.
Every day, the government don't know the ministers of the gospel until when they get private. When they get private, they bribe 1 or 2 ministers of the gospel. It's wrong. It's totally wrong.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Keep a call coming 0770-203125. That's the number for you to call. If you know that we're not good, don't be part of us. Some of you, look, I already get that number. In fact, I already been blocking that number. If you know that we're not good, no need. Hello, today's caller, good evening. Yeah, my dear, okay, thank God for life. You think you come here to sacrifice the life of our children?
My name is Babu Sefu, and I'm calling you from bro. I called to just say, look, people, it's not everything that you put talk, we here for the alleged. It's not everything that you talk that I don't like. The fact of the matter that something can talk something at the end of the day, it can bring out the truth. The truth, sometimes it can be good, sometimes the truth, it can be bad. And if I were someone who to be closer to the power of the, I would even implore someone to be listening to whether the organization was talking in favor of me or taking against me, and then to see a juxtaposed with the reality that exists on the ground.
So that is one aspect of it. On is this. Neighbor, I don't want to say there will be a conflict, but if this is not solved, if there's no reform to take place to address the issue of these people who stay down longer after 1,000 they come, then they can't meet people there, they see the place for them. So some of them will disappear, they will disappear. Nobody will know where they really came from America, they will not know where from the go by. So the government need to take an action on that. But a reform take place that indeed, whenever this number of year come, and the other person developing when it come, the government can be able to look into it, etc. But to just look at it that if we address the issue of the land for the whole number of years, nobody know about developing it. Then you come from the good kind, you go through the Masonic craft and other things, they go through the whole system, and then they give it to you, and then you sit down there, you laugh in the place, you bring problem one day.
Thank you, Mandia. It will bring problem one day. I'm not Shaq. You want to take calls from the end that, but the calls keep coming back to back. Let me see quickly. Then we'll turn over to Shaq. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening,
yes, Mandia. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this show. Thank you very much. Once again, this is Aaron this family. I joined a discussion from Ominga Monthly. It's actually a former president. We are therefore, you see, they believe that we have to look for the national police. They are not behaving like a national police these days. Do you know that police are getting involved into fighting for land cases? People who have money, they go to Central, they start contract with the police director, he expels some police to go fight for the police because of US dollar. So that is coming to not be expelled of police to enter land side again. They will fight them. You will even get a lot of support with AK away from police and even damage some government cars because of what they're doing now.
No, you can't do that.
They can go to Central, they start contract with the police director and start people, looking for people land to pay people land. Police is getting too much involved into land cases in this one. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Share quickly the last caller. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Labor. This is Swam. We are called from Grand Pasture.
Thank you, Swam, for joining us. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, I've been listening to the audio on our dialogue. Yeah, the issue has to do with these people who brought them to power, and then they work as a legislators, and with that of the war, the executive. Then he is blaming the president giving the job that the Labrador people supposed to have, the president giving it out. So why were you when you were campaigning for the president? So I think the people that can just be fully or as a voter or as a citizen. So he must stop doing that to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheikh. Go ahead and take calls, my dear brother, from Nimba or from any part of Liberia.
566-515-772, 566-515. It is 7224-214. Yes, I'm not getting a call yet, but maybe we can keep taking call when I guest call. I'm going to let you know.
All right, so keep your calls coming. Yes, indeed. I just like the way all of you are talking. That's the best thing to do. Like that's all we have. We got to disagree to agree, but you got to do it respectfully. If you come here, you feel that you want to say any kind of thing, we will give it back to you. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Yes, my dear brother. Go ahead, Pascal Davis.
Thank you. So I remember the president said. You remember maybe when the president appointed the co-director of Ngali, I think we pledged that year, and the Labrador people said it was the route of the president. It's in Ngali. So what the president was telling us, nobody is qualified to go in like bro to be that of sports. The president appointed Mr. KB.
So are you saying that Senator Dawes is right for saying what he said?
Senator too. Who is the senator? I mean, he last said that nobody else. So he said the other time they do, he had access to the gate, he did not do. So look, for the fact that the minister will give over 8,000 jobs to non-Nigerians, aliens and foreigners. So they don't have to stay here before I know that jobs are given to foreigners. You don't have to see it before all of us in the country know that jobs are given to foreign nationals. When the minister is giving over 8,000 jobs, president appointed is an idiot to lead his post, directorate here in the country, in the midst of all the Liberians that are here. So ask yourself, where are we? And this is one of the all of you were there elected. When you get one people on the officials of government, if I were you, I would just say that every day. Don't come to this show because they're escape. We will speak out and we will stay in until it's done by your government. Thank you, Mabel.
All right, thank you. Shall you get called out or you take call?
Yeah. Let me take 1 or 2 calls from my end.
Okay.
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, Jared Broja.
Yeah, so we'll read the comments. So Elena, you're right. We'll read some of the comments. Thank you.
Thank you on the show all the time. And one thing I always like to have people who have to be strong, they're not marketing. Because once you are pushing for the Liberian people who against you. So to the discussion tonight, I'll say our problem in Liberia will keep facing that problem over and over. From the beginning, we did not respect the rules of law. That is what thing. So people use it against everything. Now, I don't blame our brothers too. We want the head of state who is our elected director and President Joseph Imam is still going against the rules and govern the country. My brother, he's still working as president. Over there, you just do something to you and nothing will come out of it. The big president will not have to deal with what I've done in the intervention of the government. So we will keep facing problems. Once you people are saying the trust to the Liberian people, you always see people want to come on the show and just say anything. But I believe in you people, I believe in what you people always say on the show. So thank you people for your hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I don't think we got a lot of time. Maybe we might be having somebody on the WhatsApp or maybe.
Yes. So quickly before we go.
Before you come to you. Good evening. Hello. Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually.
Your name and where you call from? Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I come from
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Actually, the capital of the issue is actually the beneficiary because you get to see somewhere you know the one what is doing, what you are doing, and what you are at school, so see a water to keep party and to take gas to wake up the building. What is you doing? What you doing? They put you and what you see them don't cut the job of all the you want to put it and put it up with the God. It's just too much. It's just too much. So here's the point of what is you know or let's wake up the building. When it's still what you need if you go to court.
Okay. Thank you. Where was the security when the Capitol building got on fire? That's the discussion. Yeah, maybe up to you.
Yeah, thank you. So, Shah, we got to go back quickly. There are a few questions being asked in our hotel message line of doing the, in fact, our live program more. Yes, indeed, that cow issue, my brother, no here, no tea, so no need to waste our time as we learn that the cow have been sent to other family members and quote unquote, maybe they butcher it and they finish eating it. And that's what we hearing because no cow around again, so that means the cow now go in common, so no cow. So yes, Helena Akibi, thank you. Yes, so we'll do that on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. So we gotta go. Ali Masale quickly, my dear brother, we gotta go. What say you from your people, Liberian people, and their participation on the show? What say you?
Thanks to all the callers for taking their time to participate on the show. We appreciate it. And I just say that like the other caller that said, I know we can say negative thing. Go to the class, we do that. You can call them. Here we are not here to be singing song. Oh, President Baka now build mansion. He now do everything. The day he do the right thing, we will say it. The day he do the wrong thing, we say it. And the person that asking the question, where were the security? This is the question that remain unanswered. And this is where now you will see those lawmakers, their lawyers will be asking or Gregory Coleman. The day he made a statement that the building was well protected, nobody should panic in the country. And the time the chairs were removed, the time the place was set ablaze. So he will answer that question, where were the security that he guaranteed the Liberian people that the building were protected? He need to answer that question when they call him now. So this is an interesting thing. Till we can see again tomorrow. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ali. So yeah, Sheikh, what say you with all of your people and the callers and so forth? I guess maybe you want to.
I just like the way Ali plays it. God bless America and God bless Liberia. Yes, God bless all of us. As Ali said, and Liberian people have spoken, and nothing else we get to say. But our eyes are watching from the court. The quote-unquote issue right now in town is all around the interior part, especially with you, friend, and the rest of the team. I want to say thanks to all of you who take the point of time to listen to or watch us. Thanks so much. We're going to be here on tomorrow, same time, same station. Thanks for your listening role. My name is Sheikh Sherry. Have a wonderful, God bless day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sheikh. So quickly before we go, I think you saw one of our sister, in fact, one of our follower comment down there, Lina Akibi. In fact, she said, maybe do the Liberian government have place? Sheikh, in fact, Aliu, I also want you to see this comment. I think this comment is really interesting. Do Liberian government have place for these people to go to when they are evicted? You see, look, oh, Father God.
Well, any other time, the people were sleeping where to New Junction. There was a
I won't put
around
this
there.
question on my back.
Few people were there.
Some people just think if I'm going to waste our time here to come and precinct. That's a wonderful questions.
People were sleeping all in the street. People were inside members all around. People were sleeping in the old BB trucks. When they did the first invasion of Battery Factory, they didn't see the people all in the street. That's a big question. And she's right.
Yeah, you know, we don't have those places in Liberia. We don't have those places in Liberia because these are some of the things government supposed to put in place or build structure and things that just in case when people are evicted, you people can be here for a certain amount of time till you can find place to go. These are things government, but for Saint Joseph Jingira Water and Liberia, we don't think on that. Liberia was built on the principle of corruption, and that's what continue. They don't think on that. They only think about increasing their salary, riding big cars, exploiting our country to enrich themselves. Saint Joseph Jingira Water up to present, that's the only system Liberia know. They don't think about this thing.
Well, thank you, my people. I had to go because I think this comment broke me down already. And we try to talk for these people. They will still insult us. That one I think I can't even understand. The bulldozer will come and take all of your mattresses, everything, and bulldoze your entire place, put you outside. The rain fall and beat you. Will come here, you thinking that because you left all of the presidents, including the previous or in fact the former president, President George Weah, check his Facebook page of his children and see as to whether one day any of his family members or his children ever come out here and insult people just because of him. Father God, what will they bewitch us? Today is Joseph Walker. Check Joseph Walker's children. Some of you today, you don't even know. Check Tata. Check all of them. See their accounts, their Facebook account. See them as to whether they ever wanted to telephone the call. You put feeling into yourself. You want to kill people. You want to insult people just because they come here to talk about the happening in this country. So you're getting angry now? Yes, the question now. Where the people go after evasions? Where they go? Nowhere. Mama, they go nowhere. The people, they just start sleeping around us, sleeping with friends, family members, either in the street and so forth. That's the kind of society we live in today. When you talk, the people spend that you don't like. And some of us will not precinct. You like, you can bring all of your cow. You like, you can bring all of your money. Some of us will not precinct to your God that be. But because we know that we want the life of our people to get better and to be better. Well, in this world, that one person will feel that because they get money, so they will overshadow other people. People live to places 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Somebody just come and win case. Government just come, even if they're 5 years, government go into the case. 10 years, government go into the case. It's not matter. The one that matter is for the government to find another remedy to the people in case maybe finish saving all his money to pay their house. After paying my house in 10 years, I can't get the money back. Now you're telling me that I should move. So where do I go? See all of you, man, good night. These people we just come to waste our time. But actually, that's it. That's the kind of society that we live in. No need, we just here now. So that's it, my people. Thank you, Sheikh. I leave my brother. Good evening. Thank you again. Thank to all of you, my people. We have to see, and that will be on tomorrow. Sorry for all of the happening, but indeed, some of us we are still disappointed with some of our people. Their behavior is pretty violent because they want to worship people. They want to worship their politicians. They want to worship the demon god. They don't care about the country moving forward. So again, that's it. Good night, and thanks to all of you, Aliu and other Sheikh. We see you on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God.